Hello everybody. This video is going to show you how to disassemble a Remington 1100. This is a very popular shotgun, but I haven't really seen too many videos about how to take it apart. I've seen a couple guides online, and there's some pretty good pictures, but it can seem a little bit overwhelming, especially if it's going to be your first shotgun. It looks a little intimidating. It's really not. It's a very simple gun. And I'm going to show you how to take it apart. As always, make sure it's unloaded. This one is. What we're going to do first of all is go ahead and take off your stock nut here. What's going to happen now is the forearm's going to come right off. Put that aside. Okay. At this point, if you have a shell catch or anything, you want to take that off. Alright, so what we're going to see here now is this is our cylinder. We have our piston rings here, the piston itself. All the internals are in here. So at this point, once the stock is off and the big nut's off, the barrel is just going to come right out of the receiver, just like that. And your barrel is off and ready for cleaning. Put that aside for now. Alright, once the barrel's off, you can go ahead and take your O-ring here. Try to be careful with it. It's not particularly fragile or anything, but you don't want to yank it around too hard. Just slide your O-ring off. Mind the threadings. Now your O-rings, they can last. I've heard people them lasting for the entire life of the gun. If you break one, not a big deal. You can go pick them up. I would suggest getting them on the internet or at your hardware store, because if you buy them from Remington, they rip you off, I think. All this is a number 21 Viton O-ring. Make sure it's Viton, because that resists the chemicals involved in here. They're very cheap. I bought like 10 of them for, I don't know, a couple dollars. That's the first one still, so. Alright, so once the O-ring's off, go ahead and slide off the piston ring and then the seal. For reassembly, I don't know if all 1100s are like this or not, but mine has a picture, a diagram of how the rings go on. And what's important is the big ring goes on first, and it's important that the big side, or the side with the taper, faces outward, and then this is the seal ring. It also has a taper, which is going to fit right into this one. So that's the only thing you have to mind when you put it back on. Not a big deal. Okay, so now all the rings are off. What we can go ahead and do is close the action. And this is the part that confused me before I got this gun. While looking on the online guides, I didn't quite understand how to get the bolt out and how to get the piston and everything off. It's really easy. What we're going to do is you're going to take the handle and just pull it right out. It's on a detent. No worries. Okay. Once it's out, your bolt's going to be a little bit loose, but it's not going to be able to come out. It's riding on part of the carrier. So what we're going to do is you're going to want to lift up the feed latch all the way, and the shell spring that holds the shells in the tube, if you're going to load more than one, right here, that's actually what's going to be blocking the piston and the bolt from coming out. So what you do is just lift it up, push up on the spring that would retain the shells in the magazine tube. Just hold that up, and everything will just come right out. Very easy. Okay. Once that's out, you're going to have your piston assembly and the attachments. Here's that D10 ball that holds this that we were talking about. And your bolt. The bolt has an internal piece that, as far as I know, stays attached. I don't think there's any way to get this off without taking out the striker. But it doesn't matter, it's perfectly easy to clean. It doesn't get that dirty. You'll find that the parts inside the receiver don't get that dirty, since all the re-racking action happens inside the cylinder. That's where all the exhaust gases go, so it doesn't get too dirty. Now, we're almost done. We're going to take out the trigger assembly, which is real easy. The first thing you want to do is, there's the bar in there that's going to go into the spring that's in the stock. You probably just want to pull that out forward. If you don't, it's not a big deal. It's going to come out one way or another. So now we're just going to tap out the pins. Alright, where'd you go? Once the pins are out, the trigger assembly will come out. Sometimes they're a little tight, but after you clean them a bunch of times, they come out pretty easy. You can see that it's, I shot 100 rounds through this today, and it's hardly dirty at all. I see hardly any powder residue, but we're going to clean it anyway. This is the trigger assembly. That's all one piece. From there, you want to take out the bar, and basically you can just come in through the ejection port. All you got to do is bring it out, tilt it, and it comes right out. When you reinstall, it's real easy to remember. A lot of people have to try and remember which of these sides goes in which direction because this side is different. The way I remember it is, when the gun's like this, regular, the arch is going to be, upward like this. It's not going to go like under like a U. It's going to be upward like an N. And the bend is slight, but it's obvious. It's going to follow this curve and everything, so it's no big deal. Okay, your receiver is now empty and ready for cleaning, and all your parts are ready for cleaning. Reassembly is in reverse. You're going to put the, you're going to go this, and then the trigger back in. You're going to put the bolt just sits right here, and that will slide back in. You'll have to push the shell holder spring in when you go back in as well. That'll slide back on. You'll slide your rings back on. You'll slide your O-ring back on. You can then put the handle back in the bolt. And what else? Then you should be good to go. You'll put the forearm back on, and you'll be ready. Alright, in the next video I'm going to actually show you how to clean everything, as long as I have the camera out. I'll see you then.